Hey vinyl community, hey music community, how you doing today? Welcome to Beatle Brad's channel. Welcome back. Good to see each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, today I'm doing something a little bit different. If you noticed my header, thumbnail picture actually. What if the Beatles performed in 2018? So, this is kind of a little bit of a story, kind of fictitious. So let's presume, and I know right off the bat people are going to jump me on this because George and John are not alive. But let's say George and John are alive and everything is just great and they've kind of done their solo career for a little while. They've come back together to do a concert, one and only concert for one time only, the Beatles. So the catch in this is, it is all their solo stuff. But I mean, yes, there's some Beatles stuff mixed in with it. Kind of like when the Stones tour, you know, that kind of thing. They kind of went off and did their own. I've got my notes, so let me read off to you what I feel as if would be the ultimate concert of the Beatles in 2018. So let's have a little fun. Let's have a little bit of discussion, open it up, and I'll show you what my lineup for the concert is. All right, the lights dim. The stage is just starting up. Everybody's excited. The crowd is cheering. The Beatles are back in 2018 for the first time and possibly the last time. They're not talking about touring. This is a one and only tour, and the lights blare on. The band starts up and John, Paul, George, and Ringo are on stage and they start off with Drive My Car. A rockin' good song by Paul, and it, you know, it starts off with the guitar riff, you know, and then Ringo's in his drums. It's just as if they never broke up. They are rocking right into that. And the crowd goes crazy. The crowd is electric. I hope you could feel the excitement that I'm trying to share or prevail to you, is the excitement of Drive My Car, and then goes right into New York City. John just leaps right into the song of New York City, singing and blouting. See, I'm all excited. I can't even get my words out. Blaring it out. Blaring it out. There we go. John is ready. John is excited. He's on stage with his other mates, and he's doing New York City, and it is just great. The crowd is on their feet. They're cheering and they're screaming. And then George, the spotlight, boom, hits George, and he starts him with his guitar, down, 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 and he does wah wah, and the crowd goes crazy. George is ecstatic. He's in perfect pitch. He sounds better than ever. So George is really rocking with wah wah. And then Ringo comes up and he sings It Don't Come Easy. So Ringo is right there with the rest of them playing his kit. The spotlight is on Ringo. He is just jamming. And then Paul talks right after that. Right after Ringo sings, Paul talks and says, "Hey everybody, good evening. I'm glad you're here for our show." The crowd is ecstatic. And then Paul says, "All right, let's see if you all remember this one." So he jams into All My Loving. Oh boy, everybody knows the song, as you should. And everybody's just jamming into this song of All My Loving. And then right after that is just a great, great song. Whatever Gets You Through the Night. It's John Lennon singing this live now. John did do this live, so he is rocking right in there with the song, Whatever Gets You Through the Nights. And everybody's just explodedly excited with the thunder and the excitement of the crowds that are into this, singing. I know I'm probably over dramatic with the whole thing, but I want you to feel the impact and the excitement of this concert with that going on. And then right after that is Then George is doing, or well, then John does a quick talk. John just says, I'm glad everybody's here. It's kind of, a lot of the audio that I used was from Hollywood Bowl. So, a lot of the audio goes back and forth of using that. And then George goes in, I want to tell you. Great song. The crowd's into it. Everybody is just still on their feet. Just the music is terrific of I Want to Tell You. And then Ringo, right off the bat, goes into I Want to Be Your Man. Just exciting with him playing that song, and he's just in fabulous singing form. And then George talks a little bit afterwards, after Ringo gets done, and he says, oh, well, we'd like to switch over and do a newer song. So one of our newer songs, how about it, Paul? And Paul takes over, and he jumps right into Dance Tonight. So Paul's got his ukulele, and he's looking at George, and George is playing his guitar, and they're both smiling, and George is excited because it's the ukulele that George gave Paul, and he's doing Dance Tonight, and the band is all just really in it. And then We All Shine On is the next song by John, and he just in his fantastic voice, singing right through that. And then George jumps into Got My Mind Set on You, another great classic rock and roll George Harrison song. So George gives all of it to this song of just blaring it out. And then Ringo, next song is by Ringo, and he does Weight of the World. So we're kind of getting into some of solo stuff back and forth now. So Ringo, the band has kind of settled down, and Ringo does Weight of the World. And he's singing and just jamming right along with that one. And it's just a great song. Weight of the World is one of Ringo's ultimate great songs. Really is. And then Paul talks. And he says, okay, we're tuning up a little bit more. And we thank you all for being here. And how Paul talked in Hollywood Bowl and some of the other concerts. He just kind of yacked a little bit as they switch guitars and kind of talk about some things. And then Paul goes into One After 909. Oh my goodness. They haven't heard this since the Rooftop, since Let It Be stuff. Paul has done it a couple times in concert, but not with the three of them. And plus Paul makes 4. So this concert is just rolling with this song, One After 909. And then John gets on the piano and they do Slippin' and a Slidin'. A fantastic John Lennon song. Yes, he didn't play the piano, but we're kind of stretching the truth just a little bit to make this a fantastic concert, because I know you're into it. You better be into it. So John did do that in concert with his Elephant's Memory Band. So yes, so Slippin' and a Slidin', and then Roll Over Beethoven. George just jams on the guitar, and the spotlight, all the lights are off, and George just spotlights right on him with this song. And then You're 16 comes in right after that with Ringo. And then John chats a little bit. I'm kind of going someplace with this, so follow along with me. Believe it or not, I do have an ending to this long story, and I do have a topic that I'm going to talk about. So the Beatles go off stage. They're done. The concert's over. The crowd is cheering for an encore, and the seats are being just clamored, and the noise is loud, and the Beatles come back out. The lights come blaring back up again. The stage is lit up, and they go into Come Together. Oh my gosh, we're right in the middle of Abbey Road, a concert of Abbey Road. So Paul, John, George, and Ringo sing Come Together live. And it is just absolutely fantastic. And then right after that, they rock right into Something, George Harrison's song, and the crowd is into it. They are really into the song. And then Octopus's Garden comes into that, which is next. And the crowd's into it because they're just really into this album, and to hear this live is fantastic. And Paul does the end. And he starts off with the piano, and Paul's on the piano the whole bit. And it's just fantastic with him doing that song. So this is just unbelievable. So they all walk off stage again, and the lights go down, and the crowd goes crazy, and they all come back, and John starts it off with the lights completely dark. There's not a sound in the whole stadium, and John starts off, "Give Peace a Chance." He starts in, the spotlight's on John by himself with his guitar, "Give Peace a Chance." Then the spotlight hits Paul, and Paul has done this live of "Give Peace a Chance." And then the spotlight hits over here with Ringo, and Ringo has done this too. He does "Give Peace a Chance." The three of them are singing, and George is playing his guitar right along with them. He's just jamming right along. So they end the concert with "Give Peace a Chance," kind of an anthem to the world of "Give Peace a Chance." And for fun, I did this. This is my copy of the Beatles, "One More Time," in concert. So this is the Beatles in concert. There's my back. I thought you'd all get a kick out of seeing this. And this is my CD and cover, inside picture. Now, hopefully I got you inspired and excited about the Beatles performing "One More Time" in concert. For those of you who do videos, I'm sending out a thread saying, how would you do a Beatles concert? Say the four of them got together and you got to be the person who did the concert lineup. How would you choose? What songs would you choose? So for those of you who make videos, I could call out names, but I know I'll forget people. But you know who you are, who make videos each and every week or once every other week or something like that. Please jump into this thread. Let me know what concerts, songs you would have solo the Beatles to do in concert. And it has to be a live concert song. It can't be an obscure B-side like Paul did Sally G. It can't be a studio track. It has to be a live concert like, you know, them doing the songs that I mentioned in my concert. Or you could pick something else like Photograph or different songs that Ringo's done live. But you be creative, and let's see your thread on the Beatles singing live 2018. And for those of you who don't have a channel, you're not left out. No, you're not. Down below, type in your songs of what concert songs you would have the Beatles do solo-wise or together as Beatles in new songs that they might have done, or Beatles songs that were never recorded, but they had to have done it live. That's the only thing. So this is kind of just a fun little thread to share out to the vinyl community. And come on, guys. I want to see everybody kind of jump in on this one. I don't think anybody's ever done the Beatles live and discussing about them in now. So this is kind of exciting. I've kind of enjoyed doing this, so much so. You like my picture that I did of them? Sgt. Pepper. But yeah, I just thought I would kind of start a thread. And so comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this segment. Type out your concert songs, solo songs that you would choose. Or subscribe to my channel. If you're a first-time viewer and you're like, hey, this is kind of cool, I'd like to be a part of it. You can. I'm more than happy to have you. So thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome to Beatle Brad's channel. And those of you that are up and going and been with me for a while, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you felt the excitement as I did doing this. And I wish I could play this because I've got a mixer. So when I made this, I took one of the songs, I Drive My Car, and I faded right into the next song of New York City. So all you hear is the crowd cheering, and then the crowd cheering to the next one. So I've got a mixer and a fader, and I faded it from one song to the next. So this is kind of a cool idea, and I want you to be inspired to make a video as well. So, all right, vinyl community. I hope you enjoyed this segment. This is something kind of fun and different, but hey, you know, you can do it. I know you can. And as I say on my channel, this is Beatle Brad, and I am out of here. Take care, everybody. Great to see you. Take care.